across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, JBs.
What's up? We're on YouTube?
YouTube today.
We're on YouTube today?
YouTube today. Yeah, there was a little issue on the back end of Patreon. We're getting some new internet in here today. So
Yeah, listen.
it happens, and we love everybody on Patreon.
Yeah, and-
We couldn't do it today, all right? Bob, the Spectrum guy is coming, right? We're getting cable fiber is what we're getting.
Fat fucking hog of a fiber.
Is that true?
Our
Just-
very
okay.
own.
You can just jam internet through.
That's what I've heard.
It is like a
That's what I
blue whale.
heard.
It's like you know how they say you could like walk through a blue whale's penis,
Yes.
like a toddler could anyway.
Never heard that, but sure.
Yeah. It's like that type of internet cable.
Great. Yeah. so
Bob, how's the
looking
wife's
forward to that.
vagina? What's the stretch?
We're in the danger zone.
Oh,
Could be out of here any
danger
day.
zone.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you guys, you know?
Yeah.
Creating life as others are ending. You know? Great segue.
Yeah.
Great segue. Gene Hackman's dead. The hack.
That's what they want you to think.
The Hackman cometh. I know. 95. Fentanyl.
Gone too soon.
Fentanyl
Maybe,
again.
actually.
I know. This is a weird story that we woke up to that you and I had some laughs and some giggles kind of in the bedroom where it was just like, hey, what, Jesse, what?
We weren't laughing.
It's not that. It's just when somebody's 95 years
Sure.
old, okay? I don't know that you need to dig around or whatever. And I was laughing about it. I was like, oh, police showed up at the home. Maybe it's suspicious. And it was like, he's 95. The wife and him have been married for 35 years. They were both found dead with the dog in the house. And I'm not immediately going to cult, sex cult, Kool-Aid cult.
Sure.
I'm not going to Jared Leto type shit.
You're not going to
I'm not doing it.
Heaven's Gate, right?
Not gonna.
No Nikes.
Wasn't
were
looking
found.
for any
Yeah.
little Nikes. Wasn't doing the whole thing. And then you went into the shower. I had to take a call, and while all of this was going on, about an hour passes, and then all of a sudden it pops up. Yeah, the cops are getting a fucking search warrant. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So what's going on here? We're down in New Mexico, where weird shit always happens, anyways.
Yeah. New Mexico is a very spiritual place.
Santa Fe. I actually fucking loved Santa Fe.
So do I.
Oh, it's great.
It's great.
The drugs are great. The
All of
meth
it's great.
is
The turquoise is really
it's
nice.
Gorgeous,
Yep.
right? Or is that Albuquerque? Sorry.
No,
it's Santa Fe.
It's all of New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you actually been to New Mexico?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So shot there for about 10 days one time in Roswell, New Mexico, and Albuquerque down there. Now, we had the rap party in Albuquerque.
Okay.
And those guys ended up on the exact same spiritual journey that you thought they would.
Okay.
With some bad drugs at the end of the night. Some meth, some coke, or whatever. And I know 3 of them missed their flights home.
Roswell sucks.
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
There's packs of just wild dogs.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's all of New Mexico is what you described.
And then every bar we went to, me and Giorgio on our way to the Super Bowl, dudes just came up to us trying to fight.
Sure.
For
That's
no
New
reason.
Mexico.
For no reason.
Yeah. because they have nothing to do
That
there.
might have just been you guys, though.
Yeah.
We're minding our business next to a half
but
pipe.
you were looking,
No, there's nothing to do there.
Don't try and come into our town and make it all,
Try that in a small
hipster.
town.
So yeah, the first thing is Gene Hackman and wife and dog dead, right? Very matter of fact, and then they go into kind of this is the first report. And then they go into this, he was a legend, this obituary, and I'm like,
Yes.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So him, the wife, and the dog are all found dead, and we're just gonna go into like his movies?
Yeah.
It was very strange. So
Yeah.
then
But again, at 95, you don't think suspicious.
Well, at 95, no, but when your 63-year-old wife and the dog also are found dead,
Sure.
then it's like you at least have to say, hey, carbon monoxide, hey,
Suicide pact.
gas
The
leak,
dog
hey. Do you know, you really have to like say more than remember him in Birdcage,
Well,
right?
we'll get to that. We'll get to our favorite Hackman movies.
Sure,
here.
sure.
But,
But,
I think is what I hope it is. If there was, indeed pills and all that other stuff found around the bodies, like we're hearing, that they made a pact together and just said, hey, when it gets too bad, let's just get the fuck out of here. And I don't mind it, to be honest with you.
Well, they said Hackman was found. It looked. The deputy said suspected the male individual has suddenly fallen.
Yeah, so
Okay.
let's just go through that one paragraph of what the police are reporting from their initial report.
So
according to the search warrant, Santa Fe detective got the search warrant. He believes the death of the two deceased individuals to be suspicious enough in nature to require a full investigation. They were possibly mummified, so in there for 2 weeks.
Great.
that's just the. So here's. I gotta say this as a history podcaster here. Mummified does. It just means.
You've been dead for a long time.
And in an environment like New Mexico,
It's just dried up.
Right.
You're almost like a cadaver in a
'cause
cadaver lab at
a
that
lot
point.
of quote unquote mummies they find, like if you hear about like Incan mummies in South America, they weren't mummified, right? They weren't. It wasn't. It's not like Egypt where they were preserved.
Where it's like a process.
right.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
just left on a mountaintop.
So the reason they think it's suspicious, the reporting party, a caregiver, found the front door of the residence unsecured and open.
Okay.
Deputies observed a healthy dog running loose on the property, another healthy dog near the deceased female, and
Okay.
then a deceased dog laying next to about 10 feet from the wife
Yep.
in a closet of the bathroom. The heater had been moved, pill bottle open, pills scattered next to the wife. And the male, Hackman, was located in a separate room of the residence and no obvious signs of a gas leak. Now, gas leak and carbon monoxide are different, right?
Yeah.
I think. Like carbon monoxide poisoning is different
It
than
is.
like
Yes.
a gas leak.
Yep.
So if she had the heater next to her, fell, I don't know.
Is that the
They
inside
just-
of his house right there?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
actually like a huge mansion,
So,
so
which would
very
be-
hard to get like
Yes.
closed.
Which is awesome here. Big fan of that. Show that picture to the audience.
It's a dope house.
Beautiful
This is
place.
from Architectural Digest.
My God.
So he had a
Bro.
fucking badass.
Yeah.
This is how, if you're going to live in New Mexico, this is kind of how you have to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like have
That's how Val Kilmer was doing it.
real trees as like the beams of your house.
Growing inside all of it.
Sweet,
That's a
dude.
Connor Roy house right there.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Here's the back.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh
Look
my
at that,
goodness.
dude.
So again, very open, lots of open spaces, very hard to.
It'd be hard to get carbon monoxide.
Yes, it would be. I mean, everything would have to be shut.
Correct.
And
Taped
it would,
up.
and it'd be days and days of
Oh my
this,
God.
like,
Yeah,
right?
It'd be awful.
Was it
I've got a guess.
freezing? I don't know. What was the guess?
I've got a guess. No, I think he fell over, died. She
And
came
then
back.
She was still kind of there.
If you've ever been to New Mexico, trying to get to a grocery store anywhere in that area, it takes for fucking ever. She probably just dipped out for a couple hours, went to go get groceries, came back. Hackman's dead on the ground.
Right.
She's like, I don't want to fucking live anymore. And boom, takes those pills, falls over. Pills hit the ground. Dog comes running in. Dog swallows one of the goddamn pills. He's dead. And then the space heater and everything else. There was
other
a
dogs
welfare
were
check. Somebody came and checked on him. they probably had turned off the heater or something, thinking something else was going on, and the other dogs were probably outside, and they didn't eat any of the pills.
They were sober.
Yeah.
They had been sober for a while.
And
those dogs.
Well, they were drying out in
They
New
were
Mexico.
they were in the program, so they didn't have the pills.
New Mexico's infamous for their addiction clinics. So
Empty ones, yeah.
Yes. And with that, I want you to do the same. So take some notes, and if I fall over and you're out at the grocery store for 2 hours, or just don't answer the phone or something like that, then I want you to end your life right next to me and just kind of fall over and then do that whole thing. Okay?
I would have to, because I've done numerous crime podcasts on how I would and how I'd get away with it and stuff. So like I would already be suspect number one in jail.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I would have to
Okay,
for
good,
sure.
good.
Yeah.
And I would want that.
Yeah.
Obviously. I don't want to go there alone, but he is one of those rare breeds in Hollywood where this used to be the old motto, and I know I've talked about it in the past on this show, is if you get old enough that you can't do it anymore, you check out completely for forever, and people only remember you as dope-ass Gene Hackman. That's all I ever remember. Now, about a year ago, some fucking asshole, it's the same thing that happened to Jack Nicholson, some fucking asshole snaps a pic of Gene Hackman out in public. There it is.
Tries to like talk to him too, like, hey, Gene.
Yes.
He's like, ugh, what?
Right. Doesn't want to be bothered, and it's like, look at how old this man is. He's 95 years old.
Right.
And he doesn't want to be photographed. He moved to the middle of nowhere for this. Johnny Carson did the same thing, except for Palm Springs. And then had an assistant literally go out and buy food and all this other shit so you would never see Johnny Carson again.
Love it.
Sean Connery did the same thing. Hey, guys, I'm not the same Sean Connery. I'm going to check the fuck out of life. So that way you only, I only remember him as Finding Forrester.
Right.
Gene Hackman, I kind of only remember him as, I think Hoosiers was the last.
Dad in Birdcage, yeah.
Nope.
What about the Will Smith movie?
Which one?
Oh, fuck. Not the Network or whatever, but the spy movie. Or
Men in Black?
No, or Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Royal Tenenbaums. Excellent. But that's the same Gene Hackman to me.
Enemy of the State. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. But that's the same Gene Hackman to me, where you could have said Crimson Tide or Hunt for Red October or whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever the submarine movie was.
Right. You could have said Birdcage. You know what I mean?
I still wouldn't say Birdcage. Would never, ever come to the top of my mind.
God,
It's like
that
you could
movie,
throw out any Birdcage.
powerhouses
any-
going back and forth. Nathan Lane and Gene Hackman chewing up
Oh my God,
scenery.
the best to ever do it, huh? And then dressing up in drag at the end, like to like escape. He was way too comfortable in drag. That's all I'm gonna say.
Boy, he was not. He looks really uncomfortable in that movie, and was just like, "What the fuck have I gotten myself into here?"
He loved every second of it.
The paycheck had to have been massive.
As did we.
for Hackman in that one.
Huge
There's actually
Birdcage
a
fans.
Bill Murray story going around on the internet today about
play
Gene
it.
Hackman.
Play it.
Which I feel like, Ross, this is right up your alley. For
Okay.
something you would appreciate.
Yeah.
He was a tough nut, Gene Hackman, but he was really good. And he was really difficult. We can say it now, but he was a tough guy because he's like older, great actors do not give young directors much of a chance. They're really rough on him. And Gene was really rough on Wes. And I used to kind of step in there and just, try to defend my friend. I watched him once do like 25 takes where he did it perfectly with an actor who kept blowing it every single time. Big, long camera move and panning, all this stuff. Gene would do it perfectly. The other actor would blow it, and I go like, oh, God. I was watching it going, no wonder this guy wants to throttle people. Yeah. And then he sort of gave just a sort of an ordinary performance, and the other actor got it right, and I thought Gene was going to throw the guy off the ledge of the building. But so he was a great one. He was a great actor.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
These whippersnappers,
Well, look, there is a level of respect, and I remember Denzel Washington is one of my favorites of all time, probably top 2 of all time, to be honest with you. And he had a story where they were like, "Hey, have you ever been nervous, like ever, because of all the work you've done and all the people and whatever?" And he goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Gene Hackman." And he goes, "Dude,"
Really?
he goes, "You get into a scene with Gene Hackman, it's so fucking intense that like you just do not want to fuck it up for Gene Hackman. And he goes, man, the things that I learned and how to be perfect on takes, because it's for an edit too. And it's not just for your fucking bullshit or your moment or everything. Everything that Bill Murray just described.
Yes, he did it the exact same every time. He wasn't like trying something new in each take. He was like, for the editor, I'm going to give him the exact same reading so that he can cut it with whatever he wants to. Like, that's a fucking pro.
You don't move your head. If you're smoking a cigarette, it stays in the same hand.
Thing,
It's lit at the same way, everything.
Not this,
and like
continuity.
Yes.
Mumblecore kind of like, the camera's got to find me.
Right. And like,
You hate the Duplass brothers, don't you?
Yes. More than life. More than life.
Yep.
And every single time I'm shocked when I still see them on screen. But yeah, and it happens. And when you're stuck in something like that, yeah, you want to fucking throw them off a roof. Like I'm sure it's happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the most famous one for me was Winona Ryder, and it was 18 takes. And not only did she blow the entire day, but like it cost production an entire day. And when she finally got it right, it was the last one, and it was.
And everyone else
we were
is
in
not
overtime,
good, and then
everyone.
Yeah. So it's almost like one of those, like a boxer that just sort of wears out the other person, right?
Yes.
And so that you're so tired that then she turns it on and she's amazing and you look like a piece of shit.
Correct.
And people do that, like literally purposefully.
I will say this. So on that particular film and that scene, it was a lot of dialogue. It was long. It was like an 8-minute scene. And it was a lot of dialogue, but you can chop it all up. So it's like, it doesn't really matter anyways. But the last take that she did it was take 18, no lie. And I got lost in it because I was like, oh my God, that's the girl from Heathers. Like that's the person I'd grown up with, And I was like, holy shit. But it was in overtime. We all had to come back for another day. That cost production X amount of dollars. But she came to the trailer and profusely apologized afterwards. Like, it was so nice about it that you were just like, okay, cool. But I doubt anybody did that to Gene Hackman. Like, if in that story, probably. I'm
wondering who the young actor is.
Same.
In
Let's see, Royal Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums, yeah.
I bet you if you looked up that cast, you could probably guess.
You could guess like the one where they're saying it's a long shot, right? So he's doing a continuous round shot where like everyone in it there's no edits.
And when there's no edits, you cannot miss.
Everybody has to be
perfect.
Like that.
You have to be perfect. It's like a play. It's like a play.
That SNL movie that you told us to watch, that's fucking amazing.
Oh, did you like it?
Oh, we loved it.
The amount of
great.
like long shots they did with no edits, like that kind of shit, it is insane. Don't know if people really notice it, but like when you're watching it and you've made movies or done stuff before, you're like, that's fucking impossible, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who it would be. What do we got? We got
It's got to be a Wilson brother.
It's got to be
a
Luke
young
or
actor
Owen.
would be.
So what year was it?
It was 2001. So Luke, Owen didn't really have many scenes with Gene Hackman, but Luke played Gene Hackman's son.
It had to be Luke.
Had to have been.
And he's not a hit it every time kind of guy, I bet.
No, and I think Bottle Rockets was their big break in like 97. So like he didn't have an extensive career.
You have kids, the two kids, Grant Rosemeyer and the other one who played Ben Stiller's like children, but there's no way he's going to want to throw a fucking kid off there.
No.
It's probably Luke Wilson.
It's got to be. And because I don't think it would be Ben Stiller.
No,
because
he's an old pro at that point.
Well, and he was an asshole too. So like I don't think he'd miss.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd miss.
All right, well.
Yeah, I think it's Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, Luke Wilson probably needs about 10 takes to really start feeling the role, right?
Yeah, we were just like, okay, cool, man.
Yeah. Wasn't he in Poseidon Adventure? Is that what that was called?
Who, Hackman?
Yeah. He's the priest. It was like one of his first like insane. He played the priest and he has this crazy speech as the submarine is going down, right? It's famous.
Crimson Tide.
No, old black and white. Poseidon.
Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
No,
yes, he is Reverend Scott in the Poseidon Adventure.
And so he has this like crazy speech that's just like, for that time to be like that good and not, like theatrical, right? Like to be so, he was just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So he's just always been that guy.
Well, what's your favorite Hackman movie here? Because I gotta go Hoosiers and Crimson Tide for me. But there was movies in like the 70s that were fucking classics too. So like,
Name me some in our
generation.
range. Yeah,
I remember crying in a theater to Hoosiers, and I was a kid, and
crying, laughing.
No, like crying, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
But as a child, it's not a scene that a child would cry at unless you were that good, and you were just like, he was yelling at Dennis Hopper about getting sober or something, and I was just like, holy shit, dude.
Oh boy, you had some trauma there, huh?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
It was the first time though that because I think he slaps him in the face and he's like, you don't love your son and everything else, and I gave you this chance, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were going to see a fun little basketball movie, and
Sure.
I didn't know it was going to be that heavy. Mm-hmm. You know?
Well, you guys know my first answer, but
Of course, it's Ants. Right?
Ants, yeah. He plays Mandible in Ants. Unforgettable role.
Yeah. It's the
did he do like some Western?
He's a voiceover.
Yes, Unforgiven is one of
I
his
was just
biggest
gonna say
movies.
Unforgiven, dude.
The
that was
Firm,
my jam.
Firm, yeah.
Okay.
Tom Cruise.
and then
Okay.
Quick and the Dead is another.
Yes.
Did you guys really
He was
like that
doing
movie?
some Western. Which
A
one?
young DiCaprio in The Quick and
Which
the Dead.
one? Yeah, was
Yeah, I
that
didn't like
Stone? Is that Sharon Stone?
Yes.
Dude, I fucking liked that movie.
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What else we got from the 70s, Bob? Because he
Young Frankenstein.
He won Oscars.
Yes, the 70s, he actually, I'll give you his most underrated film from the 70s that I actually haven't seen, so I'm not calling it underrated, but it's apparently, it's a cult classic, and it's Francis Ford Coppola's best movie that no one knows about, The Conversation.
I haven't seen it.
It's essentially, so if you've seen
French Connection is what
the
I'm
French
thinking
Connection
of.
is the big one.
Yes.
If you've seen Enemy of the State, right, with Will Smith,
Yep.
that's allegedly like a spiritual sequel to that. He's basically replaying his character from The Conversation, but now he's old and in hiding because he's like a spy guy in the 70s, essentially.
Okay.
That one's supposed to be excellent. The Patterson Adventure, like you said, he has a memorable cameo in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, that's right.
He is Lex Luthor in Superman from 1970.
Oh my God,
boy,
dude.
that's right.
By the way, best Lex Luthor of all time, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
And we're
to me.
not just saying that because it imprinted on
Let's
us.
talk
No.
about, I think, I like what Jesse Eisenberg brought to the role.
What?
What?
When was
as
he-
Lex Luthor?
We're not
When?
doing that.
That's
We're
fucking
Bird
it's so
Boys.
bad.
We're Bird
Oh,
Boys.
when was he even
Lex
that?
I think that was the Brandon Routh movie, right?
No, that was Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey and Eisenberg?
Eisenberg played it
We're
in
both
Batman
Lex
vs.
Luthors?
Superman, Dawn
Okay.
of Justice.
Oh, different age Lex Luthors.
Yeah. It's all, and we're doing it again this summer. There's another one.
Yeah, carry on, Bob.
Yeah.
What else?
A Bridge Too Far, one of the great war movies of the 70s. Superman,
Yes.
Superman 2. Then you kind of get into the 80s, which is still...
What do we got in the 80s that's maybe like, oh,
Well,
shit.
Hoosiers is the big 80s one.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of these other ones are, I assume, very good movies, but like
Uncommon Valor.
not stuff you like super remember. Yeah,
Okay.
Uncommon Valor.
No.
And then you get into the 90s and that. Oh, actually,
Mississippi Burning.
Mississippi, he's so fucking good in
God
Mississippi
damn
Burning.
it, dude. Wow.
If you have you seen Mississippi Burning, Jesse?
No.
It's so good.
So it's him and a young Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
And they play FBI agents going down to Mississippi to cover a civil rights case. Some black kid or something was murdered.
Yep.
And the whole town is just like, we don't take kindly to your kind around here. But Hackman's from the South.
Uh-huh.
So Willem Dafoe like went to Harvard and he's like the nerdy one, right? And Hackman's just like, I'll take care of these good old boys. There's a great scene. I wish we were on Patreon. There's a great scene where he just explodes a guy's nutsack while interrogating him. Just like
Great.
grabs him by the fucking dick.
Yeah.
Great.
He's so fucking good in
He's
Mississippi Burning.
so good. Postcards from the Edge was a big movie with Meryl
Oh,
Streep.
there you go.
What else? The Firm, Wyatt Earp.
Crimson Tide, Get Shorty. He was
Crimson Tide's one of the greatest movies ever. I mean, it's God damn, that movie was so good, dude.
Dude, Get Shorty sucks.
No, Get Shorty's a fun movie.
No, yeah, Get Shorty's good.
What other? Like, didn't he do like some comedy stuff towards
The Birdcage.
God,
I mean,
damn it,
again,
Jesse. Enough of the
other
Birdcage.
than that,
Heartbreakers.
it's never going to be enough of the Birdcage.
Yeah, Heartbreakers, The Royal Tenenbaums. Welcome to Mooseport appears to be his last credit.
Yes, and there's a standard joke about that because Ray Romano got super pissed at someone for saying, the joke was like, Gene Hackman announces his retirement. Thank God his last film was Welcome to Mooseport.
Oh God, he was just like after that movie. He's like, I'm done.
Why are you coming after me?
He's like, I'm done. I'm done with this
Yeah,
whole
he was
acting
all
thing.
after Ray Romano. He was like, because Runaway Jury was right before that, right? Yeah. I mean, it was
Year before.
Jesus, man. That would have been fine. That would have been a nice walk off, but you don't get to choose it.
He basically took 20 years. He was 74 probably when Welcome to Mooseport shot, and he was just like, I'm good.
Yes, and that's the way it should be. And he's rich and same wife and all that other stuff. And just walk away at that point. That's it. I love it. I love that old school mentality.
Yeah. Retire.
Yes, retire,
Yeah,
man.
if you treat it like a job, which he did, right? Working actor, you do a certain amount a year to make like a living wage, right? Like if you do it in that way, you should retire. Like there should be a point where you go, okay, like I'm good.
Yeah,
This was my job, and now I'm done. Instead of just like, let's see if I've got one more story to tell.
One more in me.
The world needs to hear from me.
God, there was another actor that's like that too.
Bruce Dern?
Shit.
No, he's good.
No, Bruce Dern. Dern's dead as well, but
No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah, Bruce Dern. Didn't he die?
Did he die? I don't think that he died.
I think he died.
You think he
I
died?
don't think he died.
I would remember.
He's alive.
He's
No way.
alive. Yes.
Shit, I just killed Bruce Dern live on air.
I know. Like Dern is
Apologies.
actually like still in stuff too.
Apologies for that. Izzy is 88.
Yeah, he's 88. He still acts.
But he acts like an 88-year-old. He's like, dude, if you need an old curmudgeon, like I
I'm
just saw him
here.
in Peanut Butter Falcon. He pops up in these like I'm an old
I like
guy
Peanut
in
Butter
an old
Falcon. Oh, yeah.
in an old folks home, and you're like, yeah, I do need that guy, and I want him to be good.
Yeah, so
Bruce is available, right?
Bruce?
Bruce Dern. No, the mom died, I think, huh? His wife. Laura Dern was talking about some parent dying. It just wasn't him.
God, this actor that I have in mind.
No, Diane Ladd's still alive, apparently.
Boy, we are just we are
killing people.
Laura Dern's whole family for some reason, huh?
I know. I really don't know why.
Lad's still alive, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, the guy that I'm thinking of is he's bald.
What was one thing he would?
There's so as soon as if you said it, it's such a famous actor that I'll be like, fucking hey, dude, I'm just so dumb. I've got the worst problem with this.
I know, but if you name
Facial
one
recognition
movie,
is horrific.
you can't name one movie that you're thinking of.
It was a space movie, and I know that.
A space movie.
I know, and that's the.
It was a Wilford Brimley.
What was the one where they go to the fucking moon with the old people?
Yeah, Cocoon.
Cocoon?
No, it was
Oh, I know.
Wild Hogs, but for space.
Yep. Clint Eastwood's in it.
What?
Yeah.
Something cowboy.
Yeah, Space
Oh,
Cowboy.
space
Cowboy.
Yeah, is
cowboy,
that it?
literally.
I mean, yeah.
I believe that is
I
what
believe it.
is.
What
Okay,
it's
so
called.
one of these guys
You
is
thought it was
who you're.
Wild Hogs for space.
It is
Well,
Wild
it
Hogs.
sounds
It is
like
Wild Hogs
it
for
sounds
space.
like Wild Hogs for space.
It is,
rules.
I haven't
Does it
seen
rule?
So that was Clint Eastwood, James Garner, Donald Sutherland, Tommy Lee Jones, and James Cromwell.
Yeah, I saw it when I was a
Cromwell.
kid,
Are you thinking
so I
of
don't know.
Cromwell?
I'm not, and I hate myself. that I
Boy,
can't
we are
remember
gonna
this right
figure
now.
this out.
We're not.
though.
We're not
No,
gonna.
no,
We're gonna move
listen,
on.
We've got time, dude.
I'm getting dumber by the day. Like for real,
space, old guys in space.
I'm telling you, dude, that I've got long flu.
Bob.
Like my brain is just fucking
same.
fried
I'm
since
None of
still
those
drinking all the shit and
people-
doing
Yeah.
all this stuff. But
None of those people
none.
are the ones.
no. And
I remember bald.
And when Bob always asks, "Hey man, do you want to go back to acting?" This is why. No, I don't want to be the person doing 18 takes in a fucking scene. I don't want to be that person.
Bald.
Don't do it,
Old.
Jesse. Oh my god.
No, at
Don't
this
do
point
it.
we've got to figure it out because once we do, we'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh, he's super famous.
Are you
too, man.
saying that he's always playing an old guy or that he should retire?
No, I'm saying that he has the same mentality where he's like, as soon as it's over, I'm out of here. And
he's just kind of doing whatever he can before he retires?
no, he's very choosy, but God, he's so good. And we're not doing it, guys. Because it's so famous that I'm going to
he's
get made
always
fun
bald.
of. Yep. And I'm going to get made fun of forever because
Any
I can't
facial
remember
hair?
it. Nope. Well, occasionally.
Occasionally facial hair, always bald, choosy.
Just Google famous older bald actors and let's see if I can.
Let's see if we could.
If we don't answer this question, Jesse's gonna fucking kill me.
I can't have an unsolved mystery. Like we never. Like let's say on Crime Corner. Like I don't like an unsolved.
It's You're not thinking of Patrick Stewart.
I'm
are you?
not.
Okay.
Ed Harris. God damn it.
I was gonna say Ed Harris,
fuck.
but he's not that old.
Fuck. Yeah, he is. Look him up.
He's old now.
Yeah, look him up. He's probably
But he
75.
doesn't seem old.
He doesn't
Well, because he's
seem old.
always looked 75 years old.
Yeah, 74.
Put him up on screen.
I
Put him
was
up on
gonna
screen.
fucking say Ed Harris. He never has facial hair. Can
Yeah.
I tell you?
He's
you
pretty
can't
fit.
find me one picture of him with facial hair.
Does this count?
Right there.
Oh, all right. A
Yeah.
little 5 o'clock shadow. No,
Does he have facial hair in The Rock?
No.
no,
He's a clean cut.
no. He's
Yeah,
a
you're
clean
right.
cut
You're
guy,
right. Yeah, yeah.
and not bald. He's bozo ring. So like all of the clues were wrong.
Yeah, he's bald, dude.
He's bozo ring.
He's balding.
Well, he's
He doesn't
thinned.
go.
He's looked the same for 50 years, guys. It's just one of those actors who, like, I don't know. Like, he's always 75 to me.
Here's a fun one. You know,
Yeah. And
Here's
what year was that headshot?
I bet you this is like the late 90s, early 2000s.
this is like the beginning of his career, and he looks 70.
Yeah.
He's always
Good
looked
for
the same.
him.
I know.
That's always a great strategy.
Look how troubling young Ed Harris looks. It's not
Whoa,
right.
that looks
It's not,
AI.
It's not natural.
I know.
No one wants to, because he's bald.
Because he's bald,
too.
dude. And they had to figure it out.
He's 18 right there.
Yeah. 18 years old. And he looks like he's 70
What I love
already.
about Ed Harris, he's married to the wife from Field of Dreams.
Kathleen Madigan, I
The
believe.
cute, like, redhead.
That's
Amy,
great.
Amy
Right?
Madigan. Amy Madigan.
there
Yeah.
you
Don't
go.
they, like, isn't
That's
that,
awesome.
like, the cutest?
And they're both the
Okay.
same age, and it's
Same
great.
age,
And
working actors, I think. Who knows if she's, I don't know what
knows?
she's doing, but
Well,
she's
look at her. She's too old to do
in
anything.
Field of Dreams. She was, like, so good.
So
She reminded me of, like, every mom I knew in my neighborhood.
the I show up at my buddy's house, and he's in this like intense conversation, but it's on speakerphone, and I was like, man, that sounds like Ed Harris, but I can't say anything because it's on speaker, right? So I had to
Sure.
wait for this conversation to finish, and then hangs up the phone, and I go, hey, dude, is that Ed Harris? He goes, oh yeah, man. I'll call him from time to time for like advice on shit or whatever. And I was like, I didn't know you did a movie with Ed Harris. And he goes, yeah, man. And he goes, we've been friends ever since. And I was like, why? And he goes, because he doesn't like to rehearse. He'll show up and just nail it, get it in 2 takes, and go home. And if you fuck it up, it was the same. Goes back to Gene Hackman. If you fuck it up, he'll hate you for the rest of his life, and then just like it's like MacGruber style. Well, he'll just tell you about it,
Right.
Whoever the people are that fucked it up or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, I go, what's he doing? And he goes, he lives on a farm, and they just kind of chill out, and he'll take what he wants to take, and then when it's done, like when he's done, he's checking out as well. And I was like, God damn it, that old breed was the best, Instead of like what we have now with like, remember trotting out Kirk Douglas and the goddamn wheelchair over and over like Jimmy Carter, and it was
Yeah.
just like, no, dude. I remembered Kirk Douglas at like the powerful, like, get that image out of my mind. I'm all good. And with that, Jesse and I are going to go live Sunday night for the Oscars here. Okay.
Yes.
We want to telecast live with you the end of Hollywood. And I think this is it. This is the last year of this.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it probably moves to a Netflix or a YouTube or something like that. And
Probably, yeah.
they've already moved SAG Awards over there. They've already moved all that other stuff. But I want to see the trans thing win all the things and then Hollywood eat itself on that night. And it's great.
Right.
Because Jesse, by the way, was unaware about the crippled and Wicked, by the way.
The girl in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Now, that is part
I
of the
didn't-
story.
It is. But it
Yeah.
turns out, hey, Bob, it turns out.
Yeah.
We were watching the the thing for Wicked.
What? Is this going to be something about me being like an
It's me.
ableist?
It's totally,
Oh, okay.
it's totally me on this one. But I go,
They come out, the three of them.
they
so it's
come out to
Cynthia
do
Erivo.
this thing
Yeah,
for the Oscars.
for the Oscars, and it's Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo flanking.
And
a-
they wheel her out. And I'm with you, Bob. I thought it was the character. And then I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, but why not
That movie's
get?
not going to cast.
But I go, holy shit, the girl is actually in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Because you're saying that's part of the story, so.
And I told Jesse, I was like, oh, she was in a wheelchair in the movie. I go, I just thought, whatever. And then I forgot this was the year that they implemented all those rules where there's got to be like 40 different races and
Isn't
like
it
a
in the
disabled
main-
person and everything else, or you can't get nominated for Best Picture anymore.
Isn't it in the first
There she is right there.
story, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's right there. So.
Let me find. This is like being stupid. There we go.
Anyways, I don't know.
It is like the character is actually handicapped, but like
Yeah.
even in the stage play, like that is the case, I believe.
Correct.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously they're going to. You
Use
can't
yeah.
just put someone in a wheelchair
No.
anymore.
But here's the thing.
No, we can't Bryan Cranston it. That was the last time we could put someone in a wheelchair that's not in a wheelchair.
And remember, he took shit for it.
Yeah, that was the end. It
Hollywood
was about,
came down on Bryan Cranston, and they were like, "You motherfucker!"
It was
How
about to
dare
be
you?"
actually the beginning of his career after Breaking Bad.
Yep.
And that ended it
with Kevin Hart. Yeah, that one
single-handedly.
movie just killed him.
And he's been
Struggling ever since, and like tried
limping
to
along
fight back.
on Apple TV, whatever, some kind of thing where it's just like, oh, he's so good.
So when they wheeled her out, Bob, here's all I could think of, and this will go back to everything we were talking about with Hackman and all those other guys. You're on these fucking sets for like 12, 14 hours a day. That's a lot to ask her homegirl to be in the wheelchair for 14 hours. Like, isn't it?
Why, is it tiring?
It's not a lot to ask for someone who spends their whole
She's
life in a
sitting.
wheelchair. I probably,
But it's hot. Like those sound stages are hot. And
Yeah,
all
but
that
then
other
everybody's
stuff.
hot.
And like
Why
But-
is she more hot than the other people?
because she's in a like it's hotter in a wheelchair. Like it's
I
you're
don't
sweating.
know if that's true, and I don't know if you know that that's true.
I do.
By the way, I think it's
Why
a,
is it hotter to be sitting in a chair?
So when they got me out of the fucking hospital, do you know they chained me in the back of that truck in the wheelchair?
Yeah, but you had
I was in there. It
hospital issued, which is like leather,
was awful.
right?
It was awful. I was sweating. I was
has a
chained in the back of a van for 3 hours.
And because he was such a dick towards the end, they drove him purposefully to a completely wrong place 15 miles away on purpose.
So I was in this goddamn wheelchair for 3 hours. So, and I can say this, for being in it for 3 hours in the back of a van, do I want to be on set in one for 14 hours a day, even if I'm handicapped? No, I don't.
But she's
I don't.
always in that.
I still, she probably pops off and goes onto chairs or couches
Yeah,
or
that's fair.
fun things. Like,
I just think
I think she could pop
she's
off
in,
and go onto chairs and stuff on set as well.
She's in game shape in a way you weren't.
oh, okay.
You know
that's what you're saying,
and
yeah.
look at her state of the art, cooling, heating, breathable.
Can't tell.
Can I just tell
I'm
you?
just
can't
saying,
tell. She's
like,
sitting down.
that's a $30,000 wheelchair. What?
I think it's a microaggression to have her legs exposed next to this guy's fucking tree trunks.
Yep.
That's just
that's
wrong.
Look
not-
at that, dude.
I mean,
That's not real nice.
Look at that guy. And then,
that
and
actor's
then the
name
two of
again?
those,
Forget.
who are the two dead bodies in the middle there? Who weigh about 60 pounds apiece.
Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
just
Did we
the
figure
main
out if they're on a
characters.
death pact or something like that? Like,
She
Just
looks
the main
perfect.
characters.
God,
That
they look
is-
terrible.
Actually, she's not quite to Bob's type weight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
10 more pounds.
She's got a couple pounds to go before Bob's like, yeah.
Right now, Bob would be like, I'm not a chubby chaser.
Who do you
Right.
Put
think?
the fork down.
yeah.
Who do you think they're wheeling out? Not wheeling out, but who are they going to give? Don't they do like do they do a lifetime achievement? It's always someone like older.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah.
you go, oh man, I
Yeah.
didn't want them to do this
know.
rambling speech. Who do you think
Well,
it is?
at the SAG Awards, it was Jane Fonda. But the problem with Jane Fonda, she's like 90 and looks incredible. Where you're like, oh, fuck.
And pretty sharp
I don't
still.
feel bad about it. Yeah.
Pretty sharp still.
I tell you what, you think about it. I got to do these ads real quick, okay?
Okay, great.
Because we do have sponsors. We're on YouTube today, so I forgot. I got to do these ad reads here. Keep the lights on, James. GhostBed.com/drinking bros. How much you think is off?
It can't.
It is.
Still be 50.
It is.
What?
The guy's mummified, by the way. That's what I heard.
Oh, the IT guy.
Yes. They went through snow and they were shut down, and then they left it up, and it was just
And
like,
he had a
all right.
space heater next
Tough
to him.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, take advantage of it, all right? Head on over to ghostbed.com/drinking bros. You got mattresses, sheets, pillows, adjustable bases. You name it, they got it over there. 50% off. Doesn't matter how many items you put in the cart. Highly recommend you use it on a bundle package. Bundle package comes with the adjustable base, the mattress, pillows, and the sheets. There's 6 options. You can get a split king. It comes with 2 remote controls instead of 1, so that way you can control your own destiny at night, and that's a fun thing. And yeah, dude, if your lover goes to sleep before or after you, like Gene Hackman, someone went to sleep before or after the other person. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. That's a nice, you can have the remote control and take the pills in the bed. You don't have to take it on the floor so the dog can get into it. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
That's messy for everyone.
Yeah.
Now the dog has OD'd as well. So, I mean.
Yeah, so if you have the pill, and
Yeah,
the
you gotta do it.
adjustable base puts your bed up quite high, which I kind of like.
Love it.
And the dog would not be able to get up there for the pills.
No,
so,
not at all. Not at all.
It looks like a king and queen's,
Throne
bed.
Throne bed is what we're calling it there. At checkout, you're going to see a 36-month, aka 3-year, pay-as-you-go program there. No interest as long as you have decent credits. Pop in that promo code Drinkin' Bros, 50% out, and boom, stretch out that bundle package for 3 years. $45 a month, depending upon which option you choose. That's what we do. Use our own promo code. I don't care. It's sorry. And that guy's dead anyway, so who cares, you know? Right. Send a fucking welfare check to that guy's house, for Christ's sakes. All right. Next up, we got liquidiv.com. JB's.
My
what?
entire life is fueled by Liquid IV.
It really is.
That's not bad, right? Like it's literally every.
But the kids drink it too now, every single day and nights, and it's addicting.
But
all
it's
right?
good. It's hard to get kids or people, whatever, as hydrated as they need to be, right? And the vitamins and all of this. So the Liquid IV just kind of one packet punch, right?
Yes. And now this one I got caught on because the promo code is Nooners on this for 20% off.
Oh.
You wanted some more and the kids wanted some more. I popped in our own promo code and they were like, "You've already used this, dude." Oh. Yeah. And then I put in.
So it's first order.
Well, hang on. I put in the burner email too, and they were like, "You've already used that too, bro." So.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's how much off for your first order?
20% off, promo code Nooners at checkout.
So get a lot at your first checkout. You will use them, I promise.
I know.
There will not be any leftover Liquid IV. You will be searching around for it. So get a bunch and get.
And as famous as that company is, some of the flavors are still sold out. We were just like,
I
holy
know.
shit. Like, it's nuts, man. And every single day, I drink it to start the day. That's it. Water, 16 ounce, 12 ounce, whatever you want. Triple rehydrate, so boom, you're up and ready to rock. And for me, it's more about the voice and everything else than getting going. Because if you're just drinking coffee to start off with and don't wash it back with some water, it's going to be a rough day, especially vocally here. So big fan of these guys, and all their flavors are fucking awesome. The watermelon's new. The new hydration one with the orange in it, the tangerine.
Yes,
it's like an immune boost, I think.
Immune boost. And then they have an energy one that's very good. They're sugar-free flavors. They have a new sherbet, which is really good, but sugar-free. So if you're drinking as much as
we are,
I am,
kids
as
are,
we are,
yep.
You kind of have to do a couple sugar-free, but they are just as good, if not better. So you cannot go wrong.
I agree. So head on over to liquidiv.com. Promo code Nooners over there. Gonna get you 20% off. Treat yourself to an extraordinary hydration experience at liquidiv.com. Promo code Nooners to get you 20% off that first order. Also, I think they're in Costco's and all that other stuff everywhere. H-E-B. Every grocery store on the planet you can think of, but they're not going to give you 20% off, so just get it online.
Yeah,
all
you
right?
can't just like
Scream at
some
the
people
cashier.
have tried this, just yelling
Don't
at
do
the cashier Nooners.
Nope.
It didn't work.
Doesn't work. They don't give you 20% off over there, which is fucked. Love those guys. Last but not least, we got our own. We got our own here. We got hardafseltzer.com. Stores are reloaded for the most part. So Texas gets theirs Monday. That's the last state to fill up. Holy shit, man. So we made 20,000 cases, and it's the biggest order we've ever made. So that's 40,000 12-packs that have come out. Ohio just picked up 200 new locations today. Those are out. I'll post those everywhere. Oregon got their shipments. Illinois is getting theirs next month. For all those orange flavors sell out crazy. I don't even have any left. I think I got maybe one in the fridge that I'm hiding from people. And that's about it. But yeah, everything. Michigan is stocked up. Ohio's stocked up. All the states will be back. And yeah, we're selling out rapidly. Switched all the flavors over to Liquid Jolly Ranchers, which we wanted to do from the get-go. And then boom, they're fucking gone. So we appreciate all the supports. But the store locator will re-update in about 30 days here because we're adding so many different locations. In the meantime, I'll post them in all the Drinkin' Bros groups and all that other stuff and online. So just check my Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff at STJames, and I'll update it. If you've tried it and loved it and want to invest in the company, we left 30% open up to you at wefunder.com/hardafseltzer. But it's only available until April 30th, and then it closes down. The government does that, not us. That's the SEC on that one, and I don't really know why. I'm not a fan of it.
I just like when
Just
people
leave it open, dude.
like, because we leave the studio open for like guests to come in and just kind of hang out, drink, watch the shows, and it's kind of fun when they're like, I'm like, have a hard AF. He's like, I will. I own the company.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, sorry, yeah, go.
They do. Like
They're
a lot of people.
I'm
yeah.
part owner, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm like, help yourself, obviously, but.
So it rocks, and thank you guys so much because that is enabling us to hire more employees. I think we're up to 16 now, and then we've got Tall Boys coming out this summer, which are going to be fucking bananas. That's T1, Jabes. Cans were ordered, so
All right.
it's locked.
That's gonna
No going back on that.
That's gonna be crazy.
I know. I can't wait. But yeah, for the Oscars, we'll be live with you here on Sunday. We'll go live from YouTube here, and we'll kind of. I want to mark it as like the demise of it. Like this is the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Where
so
it just
it's-
kind of ate itself. Here.
Oh, okay. So we're doing almost like a funeral, like a wake.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Even
cool.
the promos,
but like
were-
a fun one,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can't. I don't know how Conan O'Brien's going to be able to take this seriously.
like an Irish wake. How perfect.
I know, and he's hosting, and I don't know how he's going to take all of this because the movies that are going to win, nobody's seen, and.
Yeah, but isn't that so fun?
But when it's
Because they're gonna show the clips of it, and it's just gonna be like a heroined out.
but the
Adrian
trans
Brody,
person's going now. They weren't
Mm-hmm.
allowed. Now they shame Netflix into sending them for Best Actor and everything else and all that other shit. So like watching this shit show unfold, I think with us is the only way to do it. You and I did it years ago.
Yeah.
When we very first got started from our living room. I think you were wearing like a wedding gown.
It was like a kind of gown. I tried to go gown. Were you in a suit? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was fun,
Yeah.
but it was like old, like Instagram Live, right?
Oh, my Facebook before
yeah.
Zuck deleted it. Yeah, we did it and it was hilarious. And we just set up the cameras in our living room and just went live.
Yeah, it was fun.
And boozed all night. I think that's the only way to get through this fucking thing.
Yeah, and like we said, looking forward to whoever they, have give their last speech before they die, and it'd be weird. Interesting to see how people treat the gal that is in Amelia Perez. Right? So I'm interested to see like what table she at, like how much we're clapping, like what you don't want to like not clap. They're really in a
Right.
conundrum here because they want to cancel for old tweets, but then it's trans, right? That's going to be a fun struggle that everyone in the room is going to be having. So I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. And yesterday on Drinkin' Bros, we had those British Special Forces guys who did a Range 15 style movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what are you working on? And the guy goes, dude, I just finished a movie with Shia LaBeouf. I was like, let's talk about being canceled, like you were saying. And I go, dude, tell me it was
He
as great
has never
as...
been canceled as far as I'm concerned.
That's what I said. That's what I said to him. And he goes, dude, tell me it was everything we hoped it was. Because you and I talk about him on the show all the time. And he goes, man, he's fucking awesome. And he goes, it's just so intense. He's so magnetic. He goes, there's something about that fucking guy, dude, when he walks on set that you're just like, I'm in. And he goes, all the shit is justified that he's doing. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like who's the Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Where you go, and then you're gonna suck.
I know. You're not gonna
you're not gonna be
send me
difficult
used
or
condoms
whatever.
and dead rats in a box
And then
for the
be
Joker
horrible?
and then be horrible. Yeah.
No.
So we're not doing that.
But then Shiloh doesn't do that either. He's just kind of like a weirdo.
Well, he did kill a bunch of dogs to get ready for that one role, but
By himself, though. He's not like making production accommodate him. He's like, I get ready for the role. I come on set. I'm not gonna like make you wheel me to the bathroom. Remember when he was playing Jared Leto was playing like someone that couldn't walk, so he made production like wheel him to the bathroom because he couldn't walk. That kind of shit.
Sure.
Anyways, we have a fun story that I think Delco actually told you on Drinkin' Bros, and you were like, we should talk about it on Ross Patterson Revolution.
Yes.
The Ole Miss mystery.
I love this story.
I like it too. I'm just confused.
Do we call it a cringe corner?
Yeah, let's
cringe.
call it a cringe corner
Let's go
today
cringe.
because this one.
It's not a crime.
Help me figure it out. Okay,
Okay.
so that looks like your stock standard Ole Miss girl, right?
Okay, so Bob, you have the story up. I just need names correct and stuff. So, right?
Mary Kate Cornett.
Mary
Is
Kate
the girl.
Cornett is the
course,
girl
of course that's her name.
dating. What's his name? Let's go boyfriend first. Cutie couple. Ole Miss couple.
This is
Oh boy, that is.
He looks better now.
That
like
is
he looks better.
SEC through and through, right
Oh, yeah.
there. I
He
mean,
looks
that's
better
both of
in
them.
other pictures though.
okay.
Like more of like a, I don't know. He's going more like broed out, flat bill kind of situation.
Well, they all do. There's stages to an SEC.
There's
fraternity,
stages, so
dude,
then
yeah.
like he looks a little bit better in other pictures. Either way,
He's a decent looking guy there.
Daddy's
he's
home.
okay.
Yeah,
He's got a
Daddy's,
Daddy's
home.
home
Not a
shirt.
great T-shirt to be.
No, and then there's a
This
cross.
doesn't age well,
There's a cross
but
there. Yeah.
so I guess she slept with.
Here's another. I mean, he's a good looking dude.
He's fine.
He's fine. It's college kids.
He's a Schwarzenegger kid.
Yeah,
But
right.
anyway,
Yeah.
so she, I guess, cheated on him with his dad, who, let's show a picture of him.
Yeah.
This isn't like, oh, like what's his dad? Was his dad like a Brad Pitt 60 or something? No.
Let's get a full picture. You can get a full
You
picture.
need a full picture. Stop showing LinkedIn and shit.
Well,
So
that's just
weird.
what was there.
Rob puts no effort into it.
I know.
Right,
dude.
Bob, but it can't just be what's there. It needs to be like what you've found in the images. If you literally just go to this story and then go to images,
It'll
there we
pop
go.
right up.
So yeah, this was a good one where you just go, oh,
Yeah.
I guess he's financial manager. What was it, Delco?
He's a
like
wealth manager, yeah.
a wealth manager.
Went to
Does
UT.
that-
Went to Texas.
Look at that. Look at that.
Went to
Deep
UT.
in the heart
Yeah.
of Texas.
Yeah. Did they have any kind of rivalry in Ole Miss and UT?
Nah, they had
No.
a great home and home like 10 years ago, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No rivalry at all. So it's not, because I thought about that too, where you're not getting back at a rival or something.
Right.
No.
Is a wealth manager like they themselves kind of wealthy too, or
Yes.
They do
or
well.
is it more like an accountant?
No.
No, they do well.
No, they do well.
They do well. Okay.
Well,
So
they
he's
do as well as
rich.
you do, right? Like, that's their whole like advertising.
Yeah,
is
like they can't do better because then people are gonna be like, "Where are you getting all that money? Is it
Why,
me?"
why don't I have money in that?
Why does my wealth manager have more money than I do? Okay, so anyways, the story behind how they even like hooked up was weird too, right?
Yeah.
Where like she like went to, he has a daughter as well, and I guess she went with the dad to the daughter's basketball game, and like they went to eat just because like she's been dating the like son for a while, so kind of part of the family, like, oh, come to the basketball game. They left the basketball game and
this is the whole
went home. This is the whole what?
it's in a big Snapchat thing is the whole story.
Jesus Christ. Is that a text or is that
Snapchat
the story?
That's from Snapchat. So they were messaging someone. She was messaging someone on Snapchat.
Yeah.
So
but read
it's-
the message.
Yeah. So it says, so over break, or I can click right before the break started. Mary Kate went home early from school because I guess she like finished her exams early and went to go watch Evan's little sister in her basketball game and went with the dad. And then they dropped the sister off at home like after the basketball game, and they went to dinner and drinks and was like buying her drinks and stuff. And then they got with each other there or something. And then that was like the first time. And then I don't know how Evan, the boyfriend, found out, but I know he did. And then he was upset about it. And then like Mary Kate like told him she'll never do it again because she's such a fucking liar and such a fucking loser. I'm sorry. And then there's like this thing in the way. But the mom knows, but she's not getting divorced fully because of Mary Kate, but because the dad has like cheated on her before like multiple times.
I guess the dad like just cheats a lot. It's just sort of this thing.
Sure.
And the mom is like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the boyfriend is staying with her. The dad is staying with the wife. Where does this relationship go?
I guess he's a lot like
How do you
his
go?
mother. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you go on like
a date with this girl?
no? Like how do you like do Thanksgiving?
How do you look at her?
Like
how do you look at her ever again?
If you're gonna stay together, which he is staying with her as of right now, and you're gonna have a future,
Yeah.
how do you do Thanksgiving
You cannot
together?
do
How
any
do
of
you
it.
do
You
Christmas?
shouldn't do any
How
of
do
it.
you?
They should not be together. None of this should be going on right now. I get she's hot.
She's fine.
She's
like
pretty hot.
She's an Ole
She's-
Miss.
yeah,
But
she's
at
attractive,
Ole
but-
Miss, this is everyone. Every
Right,
girl
yeah.
looks like this at Ole Miss.
This is
Right.
You're still in college, dude. Get out of this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I mean. I go, oh, they're not married. Oh, they don't have kids. Murder him.
laugh it off.
Murder her.
And then move on.
Like
but,
there's
yeah.
nothing. What?
And then turn it around on your parents at Thanksgiving when you're asking for more money from the wealth manager dad and be like, hey,
yeah.
remember when you fucked my girlfriend?
Oh,
and
yeah.
the whole world found out about it, Dad? Cool.
And then I had to break up with her,
How
even
can
though I
you
didn't want to.
possibly fuck this girl after knowing your dad?
His big, sweaty, fat body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was all
But this
over
is
it.
why I'm
Yeah.
saying. This is why I'm saying there's something else weird here, because like there's something that's like okay, or he likes it, or right. Like there has
for
to be
him?
something weirder
It
going
could be a weird
on.
father-son relationship where it's like, my
Right?
dad's like such a so he
Like
said-
the dad fucks around a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe the son and the dad have fucked the same girl. But, you know, like maybe there is this like weird thing because otherwise, how else
I think he has
can you do it?
He has
I
a
don't know.
toxic relationship with his father where he's like
Exactly.
he looks up to him way too much.
Yeah, yeah,
Idol
yeah.
worship situation.
Yeah.
Yes, where he's like, oh, all right, well, I
Maybe
got
my dad's
approval
like-
from dad.
Yeah, like my dad's just such a hard worker and he made so much money and like it's just like I just want to
and
like
it's like
aspire
I
to be
finally
like
got
that.
a girl that like he would like have sex with. That's awesome. Like I've done it.
No.
Well, then how else?
I don't know what's going on here, but it keeps getting more insane, and I just don't understand. Because didn't the dad go back and fuck her again?
Well, we don't know how long the like relationship. We just know about how it started.
Right now,
Leaving the daughter at the basketball game and like going home.
It was more than once.
What I
was
said,
more than once,
What I
for
said
sure.
on Drinkin' Bros was, because I don't know if this has happened to you or friends of yours who have fucked somebody's dad.
No.
Okay. So it got close with a friend of ours in high school with this girl's father. And she found out about it and shut it the fuck down before anything went down. But that was her best friend. That wasn't a boyfriend or anything else. Like, I mean, if you're willing to lose a friendship over it, which, and we all agreed with at the time, it was just like, hey, that's super fucked up, right?
Yeah.
That's so-and-so's dad who's married.
Right.
Like,
Oh, boy.
who we thought was happily married, right?
Here's some more info on it.
Okay.
Apparently the dad said, I want to fuck you where my son fucked you, and they did it in the kid's room.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, that's the
Oh
end
my
of the
God.
story.
The son's
can't
room
go
or
any
the other one,
further.
the
We
younger,
can't go
younger
any
sister.
further
I
than
think
that.
probably he banged her in his childhood room because he's in college, right? So maybe
Yeah.
at some point they came home and he fucked her in the room, his bedroom at home. And
Okay.
so the dad was like, I want to fuck you on my son's bed.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah. So it just went from like a fun kind of crazy story
Yeah.
to now we've got
This is dark.
Yeah, it just went dark.
Yeah.
And then so we're good.
Oh boy, dude.
I think we're good. Right? On that one.
What kind of power is? I mean, you've seen this shit in like movies or like TV.
But that's what did I
not
say
in
though?
real
There has
life.
to be something
Power
where like
dynamic,
it's a kink with the dad or
Yeah.
the son or,
Or the
something.
girlfriend, too.
Or the girlfriend.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's obviously the girlfriend.
And of
Which we-
course, they're at least they're of age, right? Like, this isn't high
Listen.
school. This is college.
Oh,
Right.
So
exactly.
a little better.
And we don't kink shame here, right? If that's your thing,
No, I
it
just
sounds like
here's
all
where I'm gonna-
parties know what's
here's
going
where I'm
on.
going to kink shame is the son. Like, bro, what are you doing?
You're at Ole Miss.
Yes, you're Ole Miss.
Nobody's underage.
Every girl looks like that there. Every single girl. Like, it is dimes. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows Ole Miss. Like,
Okay.
you can go to, I mean, there is 9,000 of those exact identical girls running around campus.
I think he kind of likes it.
Is this porn brain?
I think he kind of likes it. He went too far down a porn rabbit hole,
Maybe.
and they've gone full circle.
Yeah, where it's like the stepson and the stepfather.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, I think
but
we just
this
cracked
one-
the case.
Oh God, dude. I mean, all of it is just so.
If
So
that's your
there's-
thing, by the way,
Yeah.
you stay with her.
There is another side of the story that apparently Mr. Solis was the aggressor and tried to hook up with Mary Kate, and Mary Kate just got the fuck out of there. The dinner and drink stuff is all true.
Okay.
She got really drunk. He took her back to the house, tried to bang her. She got the fuck out of there, essentially. And then also this is claiming that the dude like hits Evan or something and is weird at parties when he goes to Ole Miss. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a fun part of the story, so I'm going to pretend I didn't hear it.
Yeah, we
right.
didn't really like that one, Bob.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I like the fun, cheating
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Here's the thing,
I don't
though.
want the truth, Bob.
Exactly. I mean, look, we've all gone back to college. And the weird thing to me with all of this, because this guy is fucking old, even at our age, like girls in college, you're invisible to them. Like at a certain age, you're just invisible. And it's probably like 28, where it's just, no.
what?
Typical college girls are just not, it's not like, oh yeah, I'm going to show up at your camp. Like after 28 years old, like as a dude, you're invisible to those college girls. And it's like,
That's even late, I think.
maybe
26, maybe
Yes,
27.
Yes, correct. And
boy.
for her to be like, yeah, you know what? The fucking 65-year-old, dude, like,
Well, it sounds like that's not what happened, but again, I don't want to know the truth.
well, we need to get to the bottom of
Because
it,
the
Jesse. We're a
truth
real
is probably
journalist
like
now.
that he was fucking creepy and like,
Maybe took advantage of her.
yeah.
Maybe.
Under what conditions does your boyfriend's father ask you out for a private dinner and you just get shit-faced with him without him knowing about it? That's not a real thing.
Yeah, that's also
I don't believe this-
weird. Yes,
I don't believe this secondary story where she's the innocent victim and all that shit.
I-
There's no way
I-
that's true.
But it's Ole Miss.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't take somebody's. I would never invite one of our son's girlfriends out to dinner and be like, "Oh, hey, then we'll have fun and have
Yeah.
some drinks, and then
No, you're right.
I'll drop you off later." Like, what?
But what if they were like a Southern Charm family where they all fucking like drank together and like kind of went on vacation together and partied,
Sure,
right?
you still it's in a group setting. You're not doing that privately. What if I called you and said, "Hey, man, I took our son's girlfriend out for some TGI Fridays,"
The 10-year-old?
and well, I mean, let's
Now
say
we've got you know what I mean? Like there's no
put
we
him in
can't compare.
20s, put him in college, and I said, "Hey, I took out our son's girlfriend to TGI Fridays. We had some mott
And I
sticks,
said-
some wallaby darns, and
And I said it's your weekend, Ross, not fucking my problem.
exactly
Because we're divorced.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't get about all of this. Like,
Yeah.
this is the craziest shit of all time.
Yeah.
The son should have ended it. The wife should have divorced the husband at this point. And now this story's everywhere. He works at what, Comerica, for Christ's sakes? Imagine the calls they're fielding over there. In today's current climate.
And by the way, that divorce that might not have happened, that was all information before this went viral.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it going viral is fairly new, so we don't know once parties really, really know what happened if they are divorcing and breaking up. It's just more fun to be like, oh, they're staying together. They're going to do Thanksgiving together.
Right.
But I don't think that's true. It's just, again, more fun than the truth.
It's dark, guys.
It's dark, yeah. It started out fun and then
but
it
you
went
just
dark.
there's boundaries and lines, and that's one of them.
No,
that
you're
not
right.
crossing.
You got to beat your
You're right.
dad's ass.
Exactly. Exactly. You gotta
gotta beat the fuck out of your
if
dad.
that's what happened. If your dad ends up fucking your girlfriend, yeah, you got to do that. But yeah, man. I mean, even boy, there's just so many fucking rules to this shit. Where you're just
Sure.
like, no, dude. As a parent, you don't cross that boundary. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
fucking insane.
This
to me.
reminds me
Yeah, for sure.
of my favorite viral video ever, second favorite viral video ever from a zoo. I can't show you my favorite because it's pornographic.
Are we going to be able to show this though?
Yeah. We can show this.
Okay.
The one where they're doing cocaine.
Yeah.
That's your number one.
Yeah,
Raquel.
that's number one. Raquel, do it off my ass. This is number 2 though. Ready? Okay.
Yeah, got it.
It was a fucking joke, dude. I didn't mean you actually go fuck my dad. What the fuck? Why would anyone do that? He's fucking 45.
Is it real
Wow.
though?
Yes, that is real. That is real.
It was a fucking joke. I didn't mean for
Look.
you to really go fuck my dad.
I want to believe in magic.
Yeah, you want to believe that is a real fight that these friends
It's old
are
enough
Can I-
too that like this was before people used to do fake
Yeah,
videos.
they didn't do fake pranks. And Bob, pop that up on screen one more time there. Yeah. So this dad's weekend will never be the same. So that happens at every college, right? Dads have a weekend there, and then they go and visit the kids. Now, look.
And more likely, this was a sorority dad's weekend.
Correct, right?
Specifically for that house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's either sorority or fraternity or what have you. Obviously,
bad
we were all
idea.
in fraternities. So I think you guys will probably have the same answer that I do. We all know that there was a couple dads who were out hunting for fucking poon on dad's weekend.
Yep.
And it was just...
The single dads, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And you looked at him and you were just like, man, in what world do you think this is going to happen? Like, none of them hooked up with anybody. None of them.
Yeah, it happened to one.
Well, now, yeah, that's right. I guess it takes one. But like, I remember.
It was way more likely for mom's weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of
Yeah.
fucking times every year during mom's. So mom's weekend's usually in the spring.
was it a divorce mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of times.
Yeah.
But so mom's weekends, for those who don't know, this I feel like happens especially for the for individual fraternity sorority ones. For dad's weekends are in the fall for football games, fraternities and sororities, because it's like, oh, bring your dad, go to a game, blah blah. Mom's weekend's usually in the spring.
Yeah.
At least for us, it was. We go to the winery, blah blah blah. But when the mom's weekend season rolls around, every year there goes viral of some dude. I mean, I could find 100 videos right now.
Same here.
Some fucking college video of some fucking college kid making out with like a 50-year-old woman
Yep.
at some bar who's shit-faced.
Yep. And during the mom's weekend, when I worked at the bars, I would see it all the time, and it was always like a divorce. Like, usually, by the way, they got divorced not because the wife wanted to, because the dad cheated on the mom, and then she was like, "Well, fuck this." And now I'm at college weekend. I'm just gonna go fuck a bunch of 22-year-olds.
Victimless crime.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you let it go, and you were just like, "Oh shit, all right.
Sure.
Well, it's gonna be that wild in the bar," and we used to laugh about it.
Yeah.
But the dad sitch, my God, man.
Sounds like he was just doing dad's weekend at the wrong time.
Well, he was doing dad's weekend every weekend. And you can't, you obviously
You
can't
gotta-
do
got greedy.
that.
You got to do
greedy.
that just on dad's weekend.
Yeah, because I try to tell Jesse this all the time when we do these college gigs. I'm like, she's like, "Oh, you're out of these colleges or whatever." And I'm just like, dude, we're invisible. Like, that ended years ago, bro.
They don't give a fuck.
fuck.
To the point where I don't even understand how old I look, because they see like a 32-year-old
Yeah.
and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing. I mean,
Again, 28 is like, what are you guys still doing here?
the
Gross.
only people that can still pull it off are like the famous dudes. We're like a Glenn Powell, right?
yeah, you have to be famous.
That's it. Or
yeah.
McConaughey.
Sure.
Like, come on. McConaughey shows up, cool. Other than that, the rest of us are fucking invisible at these goddamn things. And like, she doesn't get it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
dude, you're like,
It has become a little more of a thing than it used to be, because for all of our lives, it's been like, oh, dude, fucking a hot mom, fucking a MILF, like
Right.
that's the thing. It has become a little bit of a meme in the last few years for girls, DILFs, to go after DILFs.
yeah. The Zaddy movement and all that other shit,
it
I
has
guess.
upticked a little bit, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not doing well in school or something.
Yeah.
And they want to just
Also,
figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, girls in college, there were some people that would date like 40-year-old guys just for the money. Like that was under the radar back in our college days. But now
Yeah.
it's more
That's very-
accepted.
I feel like that's extra specific to your university.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Arizona State of the
Yeah,
East.
don't
Yeah.
don't act like your experiences are universal.
It is the biggest
like
school in
it's
the country.
different.
Florida, like it's Orlando,
Yeah.
Florida. Like
yeah,
it's,
But every time she says that to me, I'm like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, we all wish, and it's just like, no, dude. No. Like, they're not even.
You all wish what?
You wish you were still good looking enough to be like, oh yeah, that person would be attracted to me. And you're like, no.
Why do you wish that?
just because you want to know that you still got it. I'm sure when dudes hit on you, who's the guy who hit on you at the hardware store the other day, and you were just like, all right,
I
cool.
think he had he was autistic.
Oh,
Jesse,
well,
you didn't take
either
it
way.
you didn't take it as a compliment when that guy tried to make out with you in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
At the bar.
didn't take it as a huge compliment.
Who is that?
What?
Was I there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
you
at
were
the
there.
Fucking Marlin shit.
Yeah,
There was
remember
a guy
at
that
that
was a
fucking
fan.
cheesy bar?
No, but I had to go to the. I had to drop my parents off later.
I love
think,
Miami.
Right?
I love
outside of
Miami.
Miami at like
you guys, I
2
think
in
you
the
guys.
morning.
Yeah, you guys went out after.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Sarah,
I didn't go. I had to drop everybody
Josh.
off.
I think we filmed that.
You did. You guys were
that
filming.
fucking
Yeah.
thing.
I had
Yeah,
to take
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else back.
It's on the back of the Hard AF ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
He basically just
but I
got,
wasn't there.
He basically just got tackled because he was like, "Huh," and then everyone was like,
he went to say goodbye, went in for a kiss.
and literally
Oh.
everyone just fucking tackled him down.
And then Jesse walked
just
in
got
and was
beat
like,
up.
still got it.
Yep. And I
Yeah.
was like, huh? And he was like so wasted he couldn't even see. But I
Sure.
did take it as a compliment. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. I don't even think he knew it was me. But
Right, but
I'm still hot.
But you still got it, right?
Still
You're like,
got
okay, cool.
Where
that
like
doesn't
drunk,
happen.
stumbling dudes will like accidentally fall into me, and I'm like, yeah.
That doesn't happen to us anymore, and especially not at a college. Jesus Christ! Now maybe what you reckon? Scottsdale, divorced
Yeah.
45-year-olds, maybe, but not at colleges.
We do have an update from the mother of Mary Kate Cornett.
Fuck yes.
Oh, we
what
haven't
did
even
she
heard
say?
from
mother.
her.
The mother. Big long Facebook post. I just bookmarked it. Let me pull it up here. Here we go.
Boom.
Yeah. Or I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
This is the father, I should say. I
Oh,
think.
sick.
Yeah.
Wait,
but
so her father?
her
Yeah.
father posted this on Facebook.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it includes a statement from Mary Kate.
Okay.
All right.
So by now, some of you know my daughter, Mary Kate Cornett, has been the subject of a totally and categorically false, malicious, organized, and defamatory cyber attack. Organized. She has been publicly doxxed, and our family has been forced to take protective measures to ensure her safety. We filed police reports with local law enforcement in Oxford and University of Mississippi Police. The viral and interstate nature of these false attacks led Congressman Wesley Hunt's office and the FBI to reach out to our family to join the efforts for those find those responsible. Further, I've engaged a highly capable forensic data private investigation team to find the perpetrators. At this stage, we suspect this is some sort of fraternity prank that has mushroomed out of control. I refuse to let my family be targeted, and I'm fully committed to pursuing all criminal and civil actions available. While our family has the resources to defend ourselves, there's other victims, blah, blah. Here's the daughter's statement. I've been the victim of a deliberate and coordinated cyber attack spreading categorically false and defamatory information, partially and wholly edited screenshots, fake AI-generated videos and manipulated photographs that have prompted irresponsible social media participants and amplified by thousands of fake accounts. She's blaming bots and stuff like that. Public figures like Antonio Brown and Pat McAfee have shared these utter and complete lies with zero interest in the truth, but instead spreading outlandish conjecture. No one affiliated with these organizations ever reached out to us for comment. Most alarmingly, my personal contact information has been doxxed. She's gotten thousands of calls and texts. Yeah, and then it's just more kind of lawyer talk, statement stuff. But she looks like she's leaving Ole Miss, maybe.
Wow. Yeah, you kind of have to get out of there at that point. Now, we had talked about this before, and sadly, there was a case of this maybe a month and a half ago with a 14-year-old. And
Of what?
no,
cyberbullying?
they put a fucking fake nude AI body on it, and the kids at high school were sharing it on this girl.
Yeah,
And,
that's a little bit different than this.
This is more like somebody talking shit on Collegiate ACB or Yik Yak, and just
Like this is
making
someone
up
like
totally
trying
false claims.
to
Yeah.
literally, if this is true, which it very well could be, but this is somebody like trying to bury someone else for some reason.
Yeah, and the other part of this, Bob, is you know this too, is like, dude, you can get on, they've got those fake text message things and all that other shit. Like, if you find a couple, you could write and create your own story in text messages. That's something wild,
Well,
and
we don't
we
have
could
her-
all make it go viral.
Yeah, we don't have like her face next to her phone. It's just like a hand and
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
who
like,
the fuck knows who wrote that? Like, it's
exactly.
just what's valid about it? Nothing really.
God damn, did we just crack a fucking crime in a
No,
whole
we
goddamn
just
episode
fell,
today?
We just fell
fell
for
for
a
it.
fucking.
Well, so did everybody. Everybody wanted
everybody
it to be
else.
True.
We all wanted it to be true, which is fucked. Oh boy. Now we're the bad people.
It could
today.
honestly
Yeah.
be a sorority sister of her own, right?
Yes.
Like that hates her.
Oh, yeah.
Just starts, oh, shit,
That
fuck
goes-
that. Her boyfriend's dead.
Yep.
Wants a piece of Evan Solis for herself.
Sure does. Thought she was going to get on that Comerica train, you know? Thought she was going to get the tips for the S&P stocks. And now it went on to that bitch.
We're gonna
And
get
we got to get her.
We're going to get subpoenaed.
Yeah, we
No,
might.
we
No, we were
corrected it.
fine. We corrected it. Look, we're on the
Okay.
right side of
What's already
history.
out there.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're not breaking anything.
Even
here.
on the show yesterday, at the end, I said, look, this is allegedly. I don't know these fucking people. So,
Oh, right. Allegedly.
yeah.
forgot to say
So
that.
you
Yeah.
got to, James.
Got to, you
in
got to.
today's world.
Sure.
But holy shit, dude.
That does seem
If
like.
this is true, this sucks for all of them involved.
Yeah.
God damn it. Because then you're just a college kid, man, and now you're everywhere. And it's like, let's face it, you don't go back. You don't follow these stories anymore. You read them once, you laugh about it, then you kind of move on with your
a
life.
potential employer, though, just like Googles your name
Yep.
for a job search.
Oh,
Oosh.
man, that's a rough one.
All right.
God
well,
damn.
that went from dark to darker, so we should probably get out of here.
Well, it's Thursday. These
Sure.
shows always end on a dark note on Thursdays for whatever reason, man. God damn, James.
Yeah. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Happy spring break, everyone. If you're out there for Father's Weekend or Mother's Weekend.
It's a great
Sure.
direction we're going in as a society.
Sure is,
Yeah,
dude. We're
yeah.
we're all going straight to fucking hell. You know? We're all going straight to hell. It's gonna get worse too, especially as AI gets better. My God. My God. James, who's on Crime Corner today?
We just dropped the audio. It's an oldie but a goodie, but it's a case that we reference in almost every episode because it's the case that Joel's sick fuck wife suggested to us a long time ago. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take a suggestion from your wife. And it was the most fucked up, disturbing, horrible story of all time. The girl in the box.
Oh, that's the one?
And so since we reference it so much, I said, let me put this out.
It's
so
never been
that
out in
you
the
got-
world?
It hasn't been audio. I don't think the audio even was on the Ross Patterson Revolution feed. I'm
No.
not sure. So it was only Patreon video.
Oh God, dude. This is the worst story of all time. Yeah, dude. Holy
and so that was
shit.
the first and last suggestion we took from Joel's wife.
Yeah, what's the name of it here?
It's called Calling Stan. It's episode 58. Calling Stan, the girl in the box.
This is gonna haunt your dreams forever. I still think about this.
But it was kind of a movie back in the day. I think it was like a TV movie or whatever that imprinted on me in some way. You know, like those weird, made for TV
Yeah.
or after school specials or something where you're like, I feel like I remember this weird movie made about a girl kept in a box, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So have fun with that. I
Sure.
do put a disclaimer that this is the episode that will get us canceled.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's a true story, so it's not gonna get you canceled. But man, it's a rough one.
Yeah.
By the way, though, it's also one of my favorites because I can't believe this actually went on. Because I watched the doc with you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I watched that doc
yeah.
with you, and I was like, "How bad can the box be?"
Yeah.
And then they show you the box.
Yeah.
And
So anyways, I'm putting that out just so that every time we talk about, remember the girl in the box episode, you
Yeah.
at least know what we're talking about. So there you go.
And when I said the show couldn't get any darker, I was wrong. We were.
Yeah, sure. Google girl in the box now.
God damn.
All
it.
right.
That's a rough one.
All right.
We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. We'll be live here with D'Anthony Hollaway in about 5 minutes for Drinkin' Bros Fake News right here on this YouTube channel as well, while we get the new internet hooked up and all the fun stuff there. Epstein files we'll be chatting about here in about 5 minutes, and all the fuckery that's going on with then. Join us, all right? For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.